general Gauss principle, net flux in a closed surface, net flux in a closed surface, E bar dot ds bar is Q enclosed divided by epsilon naught. Means net charge enclosed by epsilon naught is nothing but a net electric flux. But now the same Gauss law principle I am taking in dielectrics. This is the free space. In the dielectrics, yes, previously we have seen whenever electric field applied, there is a polarization of dielectric medium. Due to polarization, some charge induced on surfaces of dielectric material. So that's why now charges, already free charges are there, means now applied charge and induced charge. That's why applied electric field, induced electric field, net electric field. So how to use Gauss law in case of dielectrics? Means which charge we need to use, which electric field we need to use. So that is now present our topic. Just wait. This is the free space. Now, dielectric constant of a dielectric medium. This is now absolute permittivity of free space. This is E bar. E bar is nothing but a net electric field. It is the net electric field. Dot ds bar is nothing but only free charges. It is not now complete enclosed charge. It is only free charges, means before induction, how much charge was there? Only that charge you need to consider. Induced charge, no. Only free charge. Before induction, how much charge was there? That charge only you need to consider. So this is now net electric field you will get. For example, for understanding of this, yes, I will give one example. Yes, I am taking one charged spherical shell. On this surface, charge is a Q. On the surface, charge is a Q. On the surface, charge is a Q. And at a distance small r, electric field, net electric field equal to question mark. But this complete space filled with dielectric medium of dielectric constant, that is not free space, dielectric medium is there. So now this is Gaussian surface, net electric field is E. So therefore now I am utilizing the same principle, integral K epsilon naught E ds. Yes, ds is nothing but 4 pi r square. So K into epsilon naught into net electric field 4 pi r square into only charge. So therefore net electric field is Q divided by K 4 pi epsilon naught. K means dielectric constant. 4 pi epsilon naught into R. This is only the charge previously given to this spherical shell. That is the charge. But to understand this now, yes, one small information is there. Just please catch that. This is not net electric field. Okay, no doubt. But students, here, this is spherical cell, outer charge, okay, Q, no doubt. But whenever here now this dielectric medium inserted, Outside dielectric medium is there. There is a, suppose it is plus Q here, minus Qi is there very near to surface of our spherical shell. That is a induced charge. Minus Qi. Qi is nothing but induced charge. Qi is net charge, means the previous charge responsible for the induction, into 1 minus 1 by K. We know that. This is induced charge equal Q into 1 minus 1 by K. So on the surface, charge Q, that is given charge, and minus Qi, induced charge on the nearer to this surface, means just outer layer, Qi. Now I am taking, this is the distance r from the center, their electric field. Here, net electric field question mark. Net electric field question mark. This net electric field, according to Gauss law, general Gauss law, net electric field integral E bar dot ds bar is enclosed charge by epsilon. Net electric field equal to enclosed charge by epsilon. What is enclosed charge meaning? Total charge inside this Gaussian surface, Q is there, minus Qi also there. Net charge Q minus Qi, but Qi is Q into 1 minus 1 by K divided by epsilon r. Left side E into 4 pi r square. Q cancel, minus minus plus, Q by K. Therefore, net electric field is Q divided by 4 pi K epsilon naught r square. But students, carefully observe, in this, I applied enclosed charge, means right side, inside our Gaussian surface, net charge I applied, net charge, enclosed charge by epsilon r. At that time, you need to consider both applied charge and induced charge. At that time, left side, net electric field dot ds bar, no any K terms. But suppose if you want to write now K into E bar dot ds bar, K into E bar dot ds bar, epsilon this side, suppose K into E bar dot ds bar, if you want to write, at that time here, no question of enclosed charge, only free charge, means only applied charge, no any induced charge, only applied charge, means before induction how much charge applied, that charge is a here Q. This is known as a free charge meaning. So that's why now this is nothing but a Gauss law in dielectrics. Yes, K epsilon naught E bar net, that is net electric field. This is combinedly known as another vector D bar. Another vector D bar. This D bar is known as a displacement vector. So that's why Gauss law in dielectrics, integral displacement vector dot ds bar equal to only free charge inside the Gaussian surface. So at that time you need not to consider, not only that, we should not consider induced charges, only free charges. Yes, now this is the complete explanation for understanding of what is the exact meaning of Gauss law in dielectrics. So even without this principle also, you can solve the problem. But now if you want to use this principle, right side you should consider net charge. But suppose if you want to use this principle, right side only the free charge, no induced charge. Here net charge, here only free charge, means applied charge. So this is Gauss law in dielectrics.